Welcome back to the channel where we mix things up, and today we're going to be reacting to an article, one trade every NBA contender should make to go all in. So this is of course made by a Bleacher Report and specifically made by Zach Buckley. Zach Buckley, I'm pretty sure, is one of the better Bleacher Report guys. Like, he makes more realistic trades than some like other dudes that make some crazy trades that make no sense. But yeah, so this was made on actually December 18th. I actually didn't see that, but hopefully that still fits. And yeah, so the Lakers are up too. That's pretty good. But yeah, so before we get started, subscribe to the channel. We're gonna do consistent NBA content about NBA teams. If you really like these, more articles just about Bleacher Report, ESPN, and then just stuff every NBA fan should like. So subscribe, hit the bell so you never miss an upload. Leave a like on this video because it makes a really big difference. And it just brings us to more people. As you can see, we're a very small channel, so every time someone subscribes, it makes my day and makes, as you can see, a little bit difference from you, but a big difference from me. See, now let's begin. So first, okay, the race at 2020-21 championship becomes 22nd, but 30th isn't as wise as it sounds. Let's see. So yeah, the Lakers are the favorites. Okay, let's begin with the Philadelphia 76ers. So it seems like we got 10 trades. Let's do this. The trade. Ben Simmons, Tyrese Maxey, and the 2023 top 10 protected first to the Rockets for James Harden. Okay, we're starting off with the bank. Okay, this I think is potentially, if they add, okay, I think you have to throw in Mike Scott for the salary purposes, but Ben Simmons is probably the best player you can get. Sure, you can probably get, like, probably not a Jaylen Brown, but still, Ben Simmons is better. He's better than Karras. It's Karras, Spencer, and Jared Allen specifically, just that one person. And Ben Simmons can be a future superstar. He was, of course, the first pick. Now, the only interesting part is that the Rockets might want more for this, just because Harden's value is back. Sure, he might be a bit fat, but he's still putting up 44 points, 17 assists. And so that definitely increases their value. So I think they're going to ask for 3 first-round picks. Now, if the Sixers are going to do that, I'm not sure. So yeah. Also, Ben Simmons has not been playing very well. He isn't looking like he's any better from last year, and that's definitely not helping him. So yeah, Philly doesn't want to go get rid of Ben Simmons, but this is James Harden. James Harden is a top 7 player in the league, and it's not every day when a superstar like this can just become available. So I would do this for the Sixers. I would do this. Now for the Rockets, I would ask. I think I would try to get what's it called, his name, Matisse Thybulle, and I think I would ask for 2 first-round picks because sure they're probably not going to be the most valuable. They're still first-round pick, and then Ben Simmons doesn't really fit with John Wall. I think that's okay. You slide Simmons to the 3. Sure, Wall is a decent shooter. Of course, Simmons can't shoot it. But I think that Steven Silas can try to really unlock Ben Simmons. Okay, next up, we have the Toronto Raptors. Is Serge in this? No, okay. So we have Norman Powell, Chris Boucher, Patrick McConnell, 2022 top 8 protected first round pick to the Jazz for Rudy Gobert. Okay, if you're a Raptors fan, comment down below your thoughts. But first, I think this is a really good deal for the Raptors. Now, of course, you don't have the Giannis sweepstakes anymore, so salary isn't a problem. So now this was, of course, before Rudy got his extension, so that probably changes a lot of stuff. But still, you have him locked up. I'm not sure if Toronto really wants to pay that much. I don't think they do. No one wants to pay that amount of money, and it's just going to be really interesting. But besides that, just the deal. Norman Powell, he's a good 6 man. Chris Boucher is, I guess, the prized possession here because he still can stretch the floor, a pretty good defender, and has been pretty crucial to the Raptors team. And Patrick McCall is the GOAT. And then especially that first round pick in 2022, that can be pretty good if they're not looking good. Of course, they're right now, I think, they beat the Knicks, so they're 1-4. I don't know. It's gonna be really interesting. Just I don't really like the spacing that much because Pascal, sure, he's a decent shooter, but I mean, I guess they can do. But the Raptors are known as a five-out team. Jonas Valanciunas, I think he can shoot at that time. You have Serge Ibaka who can shoot, Marcus Gasol who can shoot, and getting that Aaron Baines can shoot, and getting that traditional center, sure, it's gonna provide some more rim protection. But I'm not sure. Now for the Jazz, this is a pretty trash offer, I gotta admit. Norman Powell might help, Chris Boucher. This definitely lowers their ceiling. I'm sure they get a first round pick, but they don't have their first round pick to be pretty bad. So while the biggest worry for Toronto is half court offense, the team doesn't have the trade chip to get an elite shot creator. Yeah, so the flexibility is no longer gone. They're definitely going to help with when they lose Marcus and Surge. But I don't really like the trade for the Jazz. I think it's okay for the Raptors. Next, Dallas Mavericks. I see Luka and Aaron Gordon. So this trade is James Johnson, Tyler Terry, 2025 lottery protected first round pick to the Magic for Aaron Gordon. Okay, so of course the Mavericks, this pick is so far because they gave the 2021-2023 to the Knicks in the Porzingis trade, and you can't trade back-to-back first round picks with the stipend rule. But I like it for the Mavericks a lot. James Johnson's his salary, and he's been playing okay. Tyrell Terry, he's looking like a pretty good player, but I don't really think they need him with Jalen Brunson. And then the first round pick. Now, for the Magic, I don't like it too much. I would rather get, I don't know, but I would rather get someone else than just James Johnson, who's going to leave. Tyrell Terry and a first round pick, no. Tyrell Terry, you don't even know if he's going to be any good. He was a second round pick, and that's a super late first round pick, and it's still lottery protected. And the Mavericks are looking like a future really good team. So, okay, of course, Aaron Gordon's going to improve the defense, be able to stretch the floor and provide athleticism. I really like it for the Magic. Well, no, for the Mavericks, but for the Magic, I don't like it. This this does not help at all. Let's see. Yeah, also because they have too many point guards now. Cole Anthony and Markel. I think that's a really good rather backup and starting point guard or backcourt, but I don't think they need Terry. Next, we have the Miami Heat. It's a James Harden trade. Yes, Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, Casey Okpala, Kelly Olynyk, Myers Leonard, and a first-round pick to Houston. Okay, I think you need at least three first-round picks for Harden because Tyler Hero, sure, he's good, but he's more valuable to the Heat than he is to other teams. Sure, he's looking like a really good player, average 16 points a game in the playoffs. That's where you'd be the best. But I think that the bubble is a really good environment for rookies because you are also in a first time situation, but you don't have to adapt from fans to this bubble and not travel as much. So it's going to be really interesting. I would rather have the Philly offer, I gotta admit. But let's see. I think Duncan Robinson is that really big player because Duncan Robinson might push them over the edge because his shooting is so valuable. Casey Okpala is a decent player who might develop into something. Olynyk and Leonard are for salary purposes. Like I said, you're going to need, I think, three first round picks for Harden. Harden increases value, but I would rather get that Simmons deal. I gotta admit, yeah, I do not think Hero can be a single trade piece, like the centerpiece, but he has 20 points a game who just averaged 16 on 43, 75, 87 splits. Duncan Robinson hit 270 triples. Casey Okpala has some upside. Okay. I would ask for three first round picks for Houston, then I'll think about it. And Hero hasn't even been playing too well as the point guard because Hero is a score first guy. He's not a playmaking dude. He's not like that guy you want to be your ball handler who can also find dimes. Yes, he can be your ball handler, but he's not going to be that score. He's not going to be that facilitating ball handler. And I don't know. I think he should come off the bench. Dragic should start, and that would increase his trade value. I think Euro. Oh, he still is 20, but having John Wall can definitely help for him. But I think it's an okay deal. Next, we have the Denver Nuggets for Bradley Beal, MPJ, RJ Hampton, Gary Harris, and a first round pick to the Wizards for Bradley Beal. Okay, They're 0-5, and right now they're playing right now. I don't know who's winning. They're facing the Timberwolves. This is I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know what you do with Russ then. Okay, Beal, he's of course he's a star, and I'm not sure if the Wizards want to depart from Beal yet. But if they suck, then I think they might. So he feels like he can be the third star, and MPJ definitely has talent. Now he does have some maturity issues because, of course, he told like he wasn't taking enough shots, which I understand that. But still, he missed some games due to being like missing some testing, and yeah, so he averaged 20 points a game on 36 minutes on 51, 42, 83 splits. And if the chance is right, he is going to be dominant. And I don't know how I feel about MPJ. I think he's going to be really good, but his defense is so bad. It's not looking good at all. His shooting is elite. His offense is good, but I don't know. I think you might want to ask for Bol too. I like RJ Hampton as a scorer. I think he could be a really good player who has some upside. Gary Harris for salary and a first round pick. I If Drew Holiday is getting 4 first round picks, I would ask for 3 first round picks. I really think so. I would get Bol. Yeah, he would help so much for. I really like him on the Nuggets. It kind of still their defense is really bad, but they can put in Paul Millsap, have Will Barton, which I guess is okay. But I like the deal for the Nuggets. I don't think the Wizards would do this. I think they can get more. Next up, we have the Boston Celtics get Victor Oladipo. Marcus Smart, Romeo Langford, a first-round pick to end lottery protected for Victor Oladipo. No, no, no. Marcus Smart, I'm pretty sure, means more to the Celtics, and I think potentially is better than the Victor Oladipo. We don't know how he's going to be. He's been looking actually really good on the first couple of games, and the Pacers are just really good. But I personally wouldn't do it for the Celtics. I would do it for the Pacers, I think. Marcus Smart, he can basically be that Victor Oladipo, except he's not going to be as good as like a player, but he's going to be a better playmaker. Romeo Langford has some injury issues, but he's looking pretty promising on defense, and he can pan out to something. And getting a first-round pick for Oladipo, who might leave for nothing, is a pretty good deal. But for the Celtics, no, no, no. I wouldn't trade Marcus Smart for Victor Oladipo by itself. It's just that. And you have to throw in Romeo Langford and a first round pick? No. Okay, we got the Clippers, Patrick Beverly, Terrence Mann, and Mufandu Kevin Gelly to the Pelicans for Eric Bledsoe. Okay, I wouldn't do this for the Clippers. Or, I think this is a lose-lose trade. Because you need someone who's going to help you in the playoffs. And if you want to do that, you better not call Eric Bledsoe to do that. Because he's not good in the playoffs. He's going to provide the defense, but they already have the defense. Patrick Beverly's going to provide the defense. His shot is pretty trash. And when I watch him play, I don't see him score. It seems like he's just having the ball in his hand for no reason. He's not doing that. Yes, they need a point guard, but Eric Bledsoe isn't that. I would rather have someone like a Ricky Rubio and even a Derrick Rose over him, but I don't even think the Pelicans would do this because they're giving him up for nothing, basically. Patrick Beverly isn't going to do anything. They have Lonzo, Terrence Mann, and Kevin Gelly are basically scrubs right now, but they might be good in the future. That's not enough for both sides. Oh, I don't like it. Not enough for the Pelicans. Not a good fit with the Clippers. Okay, Brooklyn Nets. Torian Prince, Karooks, and a second via Atlanta OKC for Trevor Ariza. Okay, I actually like this for both sides a lot. Trevor Ariza is a 3-and-D player, and yes, his defense and three-point shot has been kind of off. He's still a really good piece in a championship team, and as the Nets need a defender, especially with Spencer gone, I think Trevor Ariza can definitely be that. And then Torian Prince is a scrub. I'm sorry, Torian Prince is a scrub. He is looking pretty bad. He's okay on defense. I'm pretty sure he was shooting from like 2 days ago, 20% from the field and 9% from three. Like, come on. And then they also get a second, which that makes the deal a lot better. Sure, it might not be a good second, but still, the Thunder would take any draft picks. I like it for both sides. Milwaukee Bucks. DJ Wilson, Jordan Nwora, and a second to the Rockets for PJ Tucker. I don't. Okay, I like it for the for the Bucks, he's gonna provide like that toughness, that shooting. This isn't a lot. Now for the Rockets, I don't like it. I think they would try to keep PJ Tucker or at least get a better deal. Sure, he's old and probably doesn't have the most value, but still to the contender. I think you can get someone like I'm sure I don't think they can get Dante DiVincenzo, but I still think you can get more for PJ Tucker because he's still a really good role player. And who knows, they can even keep him because they look like they're looking pretty good, but they might trade him. Okay. Next, Lakers, the last trade. Kyle Kuzma and Alfonso McKinney to the Thunder for George Hill. I'm a Lakers fan, and I don't know how I feel about this. I don't want George Hill. Okay. If we sign Schroeder to an extension, I don't think we do this. Mainly because of THT and his emergence as a guard. Now, sure, Kuzma is clowned all the time, but he's still really improving as a defender, playmaker, and shooter. And we gave him that 3-year extension. We're not just going to ship him because we got the extension. Now, this was, of course, before they extended Kuzma. But if you're giving someone an extension, that shows loyalty. And I think Kuzma has been so much better. Yes, people are hitting shots on him, but that's because he's guarding the best player. He's guarding Kawhi, Devin Booker, but I like it. I like it for the Thunder, but I don't like it for the Lakers. Okay, so yeah, that's gonna be the video. If you like these articles, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel. This was really fun to do. Comment down below your opinions, and I'll see you on next time.